All right, Rockhound fans, we welcome you to Minor League Baseball, the show. Today is our first game of this 3-game home series between the visiting Corpus Christi Hooks and your West affiliate Midland Rockhounds. Well, we thank you for tuning in for Rockhounds Baseball as we get ready for this first game of this 3-game set. And now let's get ready and get out your scorecards. It's 11 a.m. partly cloudy, and we are good to go. Well, get out your scorecards and we'll present this morning's starting lineups. First for the Corpus Christi Hooks. Leading off, playing right field, Casey Kozier at right. A. De Los Santos will bat second for Corpus Christi. Los Santos at left. Tyler White will be our first baseman for Corpus Christi. Tyler White at first. Shortstop Ellis Keenan at short. A.J. Reed, designated hitter, will be batting for fifth for Corpus. Reed, the DH. Edgar Gonzalez will be our catcher for today. Gonzalez catching. Sergio Valdez will be our second baseman. He'll bat seventh for Corpus Christi. Valdez at second. Kenny Kaufman will be batting eighth for Corpus. He'll be our third baseman. Center fielder Andrew Douglas will round out the batting order for Corpus Christi. And on the mound for Corpus Christi, Willie Perez. Perez, today's Corpus Christi Hooks pitcher. And now let's get ready for the Midland Rockhounds starting lineups. Batting first in shortstop, Eric Cordero at short. Center fielder is Manny Moreno at center. Batting third for Midland, Victor Velez at first. Fourth in the Rockhound order is right fielder Wilson Goodwin at right. Ross Byers will be our third baseman, batting fifth for the Rockhounds. Richie Denson will be batting sixth for the Rockhound order. Denson, the DH. Robert Rodriguez will have the catching duties, batting seventh for the Midland Rockhounds. Left fielder Mitchell Buckley will be at left, batting eighth. Ninth is our second baseman, Brooks Christian. He rounds out the batting order for the Rockhounds. And on the mound for Midland, Geraldo Rincon. Rincon, today's starting pitcher. And now let's take you to the field for this 3-game matchup. Corpus Christi Hooks taking on the Midland Rockhounds.
It's time for baseball on MLB Network. Today we've got a good matchup in store between the Corpus Christi Hooks and the Midland Rockhounds. It's baseball on MLB Network. and it's coming up next. Geraldo Rincon, the Dominican left-hander, will get the nod to start here. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, you don't see a lot of guys that have 5 pitches, right? Sometimes it's hard to master even 2 or 3. But if you can master 5 like he has, he'll be in pretty good shape.
So coming to the plate, Casey Crozier, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Right fielder, Casey Crozier.
Here comes the first pitch. And afternoon baseball on MLB Network is underway. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a liner. But this will be speared at third, and that was self-defense all the way. 1 gone. And with that, here's a look at the visitors' starting lineup. Dero, daytime road game for them. What you got?
Matty, these are the lineups you want to be in. Driving to the ballpark, you got a cup of coffee in your hand, you look at the flags and they're blowing straight out. You're running to the manager's office if your name's not in the lineup. It just takes 1 grain on that bat and you got a potential 3-run bomb. Look out for these guys going deep today.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. A fastball right down the middle for a strike. 1 out, nobody on. And boy, they're really giving him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now. That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. Swinging a soft liner, and this will be put away easily for the out.
Batting third, first baseman, Tyler.
Striding in, Tyler White. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Here's the first pitch to him. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. The 1-0 is in there for strike 1. Now the 1-1 pitch is in there for the second strike.
1-2.
Two out, nobody on. A swing and a ground ball to third, and that's through for a hit.
He had him on the ropes right there. Count leverage, 2 strikes against the batter. He's going to have to put that in the memory bank because that guy made a nice 2-strike approach right there. Made a nice 2-strike adjustment.
In now, Ellis Keenan, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. 2-out base runner aboard in the top of the first. Swing and a little blooper to center. Moreno moving in, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass.
Wow, looked like an easy beginning of this inning. Gets the first 2 guys out, then the 3 and 4 hitters all of a sudden start locking in on him, and now he's got to get through this 5th hole hitter and get out of this inning unscathed.
Yeah, he's definitely put his feet to the fire right here. This number 5 guy, he's known. He sits in that 5-hole to drive in runs, and he's smelling ribbies right now.
Looking to make it 3 straight 2-out hits here. He's got a runner in scoring position at second. And he'll step off and fire to the bag. And he's back in standing. White over at second. Keenan on at first with 2 down. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
He certainly hasn't been the aggressor in this at bat. 2 straight takes, so now we'll see if he can change his approach and battle up.
And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing and a miss at a ball way outside the strike zone. So a couple of hits here in the top half, but nothing comes of it. So it's on to the bottom of inning number 1. No score. Willie Perez, the right-hander out of Puerto Rico, will be the starter. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, Matt, this guy has a great mix of fastballs. He has a four-seamer that's straight that he'll ride up in the zone, and then he has the cutter, which breaks away. Two pitches that look the same, that have different angles and different breaks. And if he has a good cutter this afternoon, that makes his four-seam fastball up in the zone that much better.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. This is foul for the first strike. The 0-1 on its way. And a fastball swung on and hit to second. Valdez fields it cleanly. Throw on to first in time, one away. With a moment now, let's have a look at the home team starting lineup. Mark DeRosa, tell us about this lineup in a daytime home contest.
Well, Matty, you take a look at this lineup filled with young bloods. Just young guys, hungry, aggressive, trying to do damage and move traffic to both gaps. Line-to-line power up and down this lineup. Should be interesting to see if this pitcher uses their aggressiveness against them.
Striding into the box, Manny Moreno, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. Pulled toward right center field. And that gets down and ought to be good for extra bases. And he'll reach second now with one away.
Batting third, first baseman, Victor Velez.
Coming to the plate now, Victor Velez. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. First pitch of the at-bat. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. The relay. And it's in time. He's out at second as a good relay gets him.
Well, he clearly thought he had a shot at two on the hit, but they did a nice job in the outfield of getting it in quick to cut him down.
Stepping in now, Wilson Goodwin. The swing and hit a pop to the right side of the infield. White has a play, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. An inning in the books, scoreless on MLB Network. Into the box now, Edgar Gonzalez.
Leading up for the hook. Catcher, Edgar
First offering on its way. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
Well, based on that swing, I'd say this guy's got his A-game fastball working right now. The only way you're going to get to that pitch is you got to make an adjustment and get that front foot down a little early.
Another 0-2 home. That fastball straightens him up a bit. 1-2 now. Set to deal on a ball and two strikes. On a line, that's a base hit into left field. So the leadoff man is aboard to start out the inning.
batting seventh.
Digging in the switch hitter, Sergio Valdez. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Down on the shins and missed with it. Ball one. Now a snap move over to first. And he's back easily. Gonzalez gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Hit in the air to straightaway center. Moreno has it in his sights. Makes the play. One away. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Okay, here's the defense for the home team. And one of the main pieces on this team today is the guy playing shortstop. A ton of range, the ability to go in the hole, set that back foot with a strong arm over the first base. And I know it's going to upset the second baseman and the third baseman, but at the end of the day, the shortstop is and always will be the captain of the infield.
So striding forward now, Kenny Kaufman. Here comes the first pitch. Ground ball to second. This could be two. Reined in. There's one. The relay not in time as he beats the throw by a step.
Batting ninth, center fielder, Andrew.
So stepping in, Andrew Douglas. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Takes a knee-high fastball. Comes set, and the 0-1. Bouncer to the left side. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
Now batting, right fielder.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Casey Crozier. Twos all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course here in inning number 2. And this is a fastball that's right on the black but ruled a ball. It's 2-0 now. Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Grounded to the right. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2, and we are tied 0-0. So striding in, Ross Byers. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
Ross Byers.
He's set. Here it comes. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
It's amazing. I tell so many fans, you get in a box one time, the one pitch you're going to swing at more than any other is that elevated fastball. Your eyes light up as an offensive player, and you just cannot get to it.
Base hit, line drive into the corner. And a nice job to get the ball in quickly. He'll be held to a single here with nobody out.
Well, that's not a bad pitch right there. That's a pretty good sinker. He just happens to hook that one right into left field for a base hit.
Yeah, he got the bat head out right there, Dan, and was able to get that one to left field.
Into the box, Richie Denson, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. Byers aboard here at first with nobody out. The 0-2 delivery. Swung on and missed. He didn't even come close to contact on a ball way out of the zone. 1 out.
Time for a look at the defensive alignment for the visitors. And manning second base today is a guy with one of the quickest hands in the game. That's the name of the game over at second base. It's not about range. It's not about arm strength. It's about turning every double play for your pitching staff. Making the routine play and making sure every 2 is turned.
Now at the plate, Robert Rodriguez. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fouled off. Bottom of the second here with no score. Working for the punch out and the offering. Looked like the cut fastball there, and he got him to swing through it for the second out. That's back-to-back strikeouts now as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now, Matt. He's taking control of this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
Here comes the first pitch. Soft liner to the right side. And that's in there, base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Everybody needs a little love in their life right there. Nice piece of hit and gets you some right there. A little soft liner. He definitely wasn't on that baseball, but he got a little luck involved, a little love, and that thing found a hole right there into the outfield.
Into the box now, Brooks Christian. Out in front of it, strike 1. Two men are on with 2 men out. Tapper up the line, but that one rolls foul. Short, hit hard. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit. And a good throw will wind up holding that runner at third, so the bases become loaded now with 2 gone.
Boy, this is a big inning, Bruin. How about back-to-back-to-back singles? The bags are loaded, and he is in deep trouble.
Yes, he is, no doubt about it. Nothing fires you up more than knocking the donut off your bat on the on-deck circle and realizing all the pillows are taken right now. Major traffic. You got to stay within yourself, not try and do too much and get a pitch in your zone.
Low for ball 1. Certainly a big moment in this game. Bases loaded, tie score. Now the 1-0. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Two out, bases loaded. High in the air out to center field. Moving under it, Douglas. He's got it, and that'll get him out of the jam. In now, Alfonso de los Santos.
Leading up for the hook, left fielder, Alfonso de los Santos.
First pitch on its way. Fastball down near the shoe tops. The 1-0 is taken below the zone for a ball. Three and 0 now.
Well, knowing the threat this guy poses if he gets on base, I think the next pitch should be a challenge pitch. You don't want to give guys that can run a free chance to cause havoc out there, especially the leadoff guy.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3. Tyler White will bat next. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Goodwin will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first. Riding in once again, Ellis Keenan. He reached on a single in his first try. And he is cruising now. It's 0-2. De Los Santos leads off first with 1 away. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away. Didn't mess around much in that at-bat, Dan.
No, that was pretty impressive, Matt. I really like a pitcher that trusts and works off his fastball. Right there, he decided he didn't need to use anything else. 3 straight heaters and go grab some bench.
And here's the big left-handed bat of A.J. Reed. No balls and a strike to count. Here's the pitch. The 0-1 is a fastball low, and that evens the count at 1-1. Lifted the other way out to left center. Buckley sprinting after it. He's not going to have a play on it, and this might bring home the runner from first. He pulls into third safely as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play.
Man, the pitcher was this close to getting out of the inning and leaving that runner stranded, but the guy standing on third had other ideas, driving in the first run of the game.
In now, Edgar Gonzalez, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball one. A base hit in his first trip. And a fastball here that's taken for ball two.
Well, both of those balls have been inside, so if I'm hitting, I'm looking for something I can get my arms extended on. Probably won't come back inside for a third time.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
That's a real good job of going back-to-back fastballs right there. Most of the time, a hitter will see a fastball in the inside half of the plate, and they'll just think, well, this pitcher's going to go back on the outside. But when you double up like he did right there, it sends a message to the hitter that you're not afraid to throw in that inner half of the plate.
In tight, ball four, and they're at the corners now with two away.
And that's 2 free passes in the third inning alone, so you have to wonder if maybe it's something mechanical or if it's just psychological. Got to get back on track here.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. First pitch fastball in on the fists for ball one. The 1-0 is taken, strike one.
A nice adjustment right there for him to get on top of that baseball and drive it to the corner. The first pitch he obviously tried to overthrow, got under it, and it sailed on him a little bit.
Hit out towards second. And past the sliding attempt at second. That should go as a base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score.
Now batting.
He took that back right where it came from. Nice ribby knock right up the chute there.
Yeah, a little bit frustrating as a pitcher. You know, you always hear that, hey, you want to make yourself one of the defenders, but that ball was hit just out of his reach, right up the middle, base hit, and another run batted in.
And we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home so far this inning. Oh, and this fastball is belted to deep left center field. Does he have enough to get out of here? Yes, a home run. So a 3-run shot to left center as they extend the lead to 5-0.
This is just one of those parks where the ball seems to jump off the bat a lot more during the day. This is the first one of the day, but we might see a few more before this one's over.
Stepping in now, Andrew Douglas, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Nope. And he misses with it, 1-1.
Boy, his pitch count has really spiked here in this inning. He's up to over 50 already.
And he lays off this one down and in for ball 2.
Well, I think he just kind of lost focus on the mound right there. It's clearly not going his way, and he's thinking more about that than the task at hand. And right now he needs to think about this hitter.
3-1 to him now. And this will be nowhere close as his control deserts him here. It's a 5-pitch walk.
What's the saying? When you find yourself in a hole, the first thing you should do is stop digging. Well, the guy on the bump obviously hasn't heard that one.
Lays off 1-0.
A lot of times you'll see the take sign after 5 straight balls to start the inning, but with the middle of the order up at the plate here, I wouldn't be surprised if he's turned loose. Just has to be the right pitch to hack at.
Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. Douglas is off at first with 2 away. Drilled on the ground to short. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to first will finally retire him as the inning will draw to a close. But not before 5 cross the plate, with the big blow being this 3-run home run. We played 2.5. The Hooks lead it 5-0. stepping in and ready for another shot, Manny Moreno. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
0-1 count, and the pitch. Grounded back up the middle. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first.
So frustrating, Giro. You make a good pitch and you get these guys that can run around and they're fast. You think you have an out, and all of a sudden it turns into an infield single.
Yeah, this is definitely part of his game, the ground attack, Dan. He's a speedster. He's going to get a ton of infield singles, and he knows how frustrated that pitcher is.
He's set, and the pitch. Just a bit jumpy that time, swung on and missed.
These are the moments in the game that can sway it one way or another, why you get a W or a loss right here. Leadoff man on, heart of the order coming up. Guy out on the mound has got his work cut out for him.
Hit the other way out toward right field, and that'll get down for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Into the box, Wilson Goodwin, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And I'm not sure, but it looks like he may have been blindfolded for that swing. It's 0-2 now.
I'll tell you, if I'm on the hill, I'm throwing that changeup again. Didn't look like he picked it up very well out of his hand.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. Ready with another 0-2. Now look out as that pitch sends him tumbling to the ground. None out, runners at first and second. Hit hard down the right field line, but that's a foul ball. The 1-2, and it's fouled away. Try again, 1-2. Very weakly on the ground. That's foul, so the battle will continue. The 1-2. Big swing, and this one's launched to right field and deep, and that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. And this one gets away. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on.
Pretty standard pitch sequence right there. Just how you draw it up in a perfect world. Jump ahead 0-2, and then you toss a changeup in the dirt to get him to chase for a strikeout on 3 pitches. If only it were always that easy.
Into the box now. Ross fires as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. A base hit in his first trip. 0-1 pitch on its way. Line toward right center, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out hit. And they will hold that runner over at third as he'll move up only 90 feet, but the bases are loaded with 1 away.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
He had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets through, but eventually does get to third base.
Standing in now, Richie Denson. He'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. And it seems they've got to make something of this opportunity here if they've got any hopes of climbing back into this one. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2.
With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout, or you're still looking for the double play ball?
Well, Matt, I think a lot of that depends on the type of pitcher that you are. If you're a power pitcher, you can go ahead and ride a fastball up in the zone, but if you're a guy that induces a lot of ground balls with a sinker, I think you have to stick with that plan.
And you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2.
Now batting, catcher.
Now batting, Robert Rodriguez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. Swing and a miss on a pitch below the knees. 1 strike. Moreno on third. Velez on second. Byers at first. 2 out in the inning. Smoke toward third. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And the recovery won't be in time as he'll beat the throw to first.
Now batting. Mitchell. Buckley.
Digging in to try it again. Mitchell Buckley. He singled his last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss. Set to deliver the 0-1. Hit in the air to shallow center. Douglas on the move. And he makes the catch as just the 1 run comes across in the inning. So 1 run here on 4 hits here. No errors and 3 men left on base. On now to the top of inning number 4. The Hooks are out in front here. 5-1. Ready once again, Alfonso de los Santos. And Dan, I'm sure the starter on the mound would like to hit the rewind button on that last inning.
Oh, no doubt about that, Mac. That was a really rocky frame, but clearly not enough to chase him from this game. We'll see if he's still shaking a bit or if he's able to put this behind him.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball.
You pull a fastball like that, you got to tell yourself to slow it down a little bit, play more gap to gap, and keep that front shoulder square, pointed towards the pitcher. That'll keep everything on plane.
Ready for another chance? Tyler White. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. And he'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0. And a fastball runs a bit too far inside as he's got to step out of harm's way there.
It's one thing to get hit around, but it's far worse when you're getting yourself into trouble by not throwing strikes. Every pitcher's been there, but it doesn't make it any less frustrating or unacceptable.
5-1 our score as we play the 4th here. Fastball too low, and that's ball 4. Ready for another shot now. Ellis Keenan. First delivery to him on the way. Right over the middle, knee high. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And this one's in the dirt. Pitch is in the dirt and knocked down, and he'll make it into second easily with a stolen base. Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side. The 1-2. Little dribbler down the line. That's a foul ball.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
And that's through into right field for a base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only 1 away.
I don't know what side of the fence I fall on, boys. Old school, new school. I think I kind of stand right along that fence. But one thing that gets me jacked up is watching guys grind down in the count and drive base hits the other way.
And indeed, he'll take only the out at first as the run comes in to score.
Now batting.
Stepping into the box, Edgar Gonzalez. Fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind. Keenan stands at second with 2 gone. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2. Fastball, and that ran in and drilled him.
Well, there's a couple of ways to look at this. It never looks good to hit a man when your team is getting shelled. Seems a little suspicious. Then again, sooner or later, you've got to reclaim the inside part of the plate, or things can get even worse.
In now, Sergio Valdez, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Cold strike on the outside part of the plate. 0-2.
Hey, back-to-back, same pitch, same spot. Don't be shocked if he goes right back out there. If I'm a hitter, that's where I'm sitting. Everyone would think he wants to go somewhere else. He might go right exactly to the same spot.
Again, he sends it out of play. 2 down, runners at first and second. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Here's another 0-2. Breaking ball, and he gets him to chase it in the dirt. But he's not going to have a play, and they'll allow him to reach first after the strikeout. Digging in and looking for more, Kenny Kaufman. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they can get out of this jam, though.
Bases are loaded here, 2 down. And a half-hearted swing there as they tie him up inside for the 3rd strike, and the inning is over. So 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and they leave the bases loaded. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. The Hooks lead it 6-1. Leading off the inning, Brooks Christian, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Brooks Christian.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And this ball's pretty well struck high and deep to left field. And foul, though it had the home run distance. Boy, he comes back with a beautiful pitch there, and he's dominating this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
Usually you see chases outside the zone on off-speed stuff like sliders, breaking balls, and changeups. But to chase a fastball that far outside the zone tells me this hitter's not seeing it well at all.
Swing and a ball line softly down the right field line, but foul. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That misses. 1-2. The 1-2. Swing and a miss got him reaching. Gonzalez has it. The throw to first is in time. 1 down.
Well, you know you made a real nice pitch when you bounce it in the dirt and you still get the hitter to swing at it. That tells me that there's a lot of deception in that pitch right now.
First pitch of the at-bat. Lined hard toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Got to be a little frustrated on the offensive side. Yeah, everybody's getting knocks and the batting averages are flowing right now, but nobody's come up with that big runner in scoring position, 2-out knock kind of feel that really is going to break this game open.
Stepping in now, Manny Moreno. Not much behind this as this ball is looped over toward first. The tag will get him coming back to first. It's a double play, and the inning is over. Stepping up to the plate, Andrew Douglas.
Center fielder, Andrew Douglas.
Now the pitch. Felt high and right down the middle for a strike.
Well, he's still out there to start the 5th inning, but it's been a real grind of a start for him. The pitch count is much higher than he'd like it to be, so it's hard to imagine him working really deep into this game.
Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
Buckley will get there with ease as he puts it away for out number 2. Digging in, Alfonso de los Santos. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1. This winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now.
Stay on the attack if you're the pitcher right here. You know who's lurking. 3, 4, 5, and you'd love to see that number 3-hole hitter lead that next inning off.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. He's fallen behind now. 3-1.
This is good patience here to work at the 3-1, especially after 2 quick outs to start the inning. Even if you don't end up getting a hit or drawing a walk, at least you're making the guy work a little bit and giving your pitcher a chance to rest a little.
The 3-2 pitch. Line shot to third, and the side is retired. Leading off the inning, Victor Velez, and they'll need him to get something going here.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
And this is going to find the gap for his 3rd hit of the afternoon. This one for extra bases. The relay, but it won't be in time, and it's a leadoff double.
I'll tell you, that's one of the first good swings we've seen anybody put on this guy so far. He's been throwing the ball really well, but that was one of the few mistakes we've seen him make.
Digging in once again, Wilson Goodwin, 0 for 2 on his line thus far. From the stretch. And that one just missed outside. The 1-0 home. Swing and a little tapper. That winds up foul. Velez stands at second with no outs. Down the left field line and deep, and this will wind up a foul ball. Now another 1-2. Misses, ball 2.
Tough to take a pitch like that right there, especially in a 1-2 count. You almost get in that auto swing mode. Great job to work the count back to even.
Here now the 2-2. And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Goodwin is retired, and there's one away.
Good pitch there, and that was a nice job by his battery mate to complete the play first after the ball hit the dirt.
Ready now, Ross Byers, already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
Hey, I never want to take an offense's aggression away, but they've been swinging at a lot of pitches early in the count. Find themselves down. I think they need to regroup, have a meeting in the dugout, and figure out a way to maybe look at some pitches.
Back up the middle. And there are 2 away now.
Now batting.
To the plate now is the designated hitter, Richie Denson. And he's at risk of the old hat trick. 2 strikeouts on his line so far.
Yeah, and it seems like these hat tricks and golden sombreros are a lot more common than they were, say, 10, 15 years ago. Guys have stopped worried about striking out as much. It's really been an ideological shift in the game. That's a big topic of debate.
Yeah, guy's not going to worry about 3 strikeouts if he can add a game-winning hit to that line. Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1.
I don't blame the batter for pulling the trigger right there. Those fastballs light up your eyes, and you can occasionally do damage with them. But he wasn't able to catch up with that one.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
There seem to be different philosophies on it. So, Dan, what was your approach in 0-2 counts?
My philosophy is this. I think the last thing you want to do is throw non-competitive pitches, Matt. Throw something down in the zone or just out of the zone, but something way out of the zone doesn't serve any purpose.
A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. The 1-2. A little bouncer, but it gets fouled. Ready with the 1-2. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Digging in once again, Tyler White. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Here's the first pitch to him. And a fastball misses here to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Liner in there for a base hit. So the leadoff man's aboard in their half of the 6th inning.
There's another line drive leadoff single right now. I mean, they've had an unbelievable scouting report on these pitchers today. They are finding barrels. They are not trying to do too much. Guys are staying in the big part of the field and hitting everything on the screws.
Into the box now, Ellis Keenan. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. The 1-0. High in the air out towards shallow right. Goodwin will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first. Ready for another chance? A.J. Reed. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. First pitch on its way. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Now the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. From the belt, the pitch. And wow, tough to lay off the fastball there, but it's 1-2.
Boy, it's hard to sit on an 0-2 fastball. I think that pitch just locked him up a bit. But lucky for him, it was just a little out of the zone.
Still 2-2.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
Another full count offering on its way. And he misses with that one for ball 4. So that'll put runners on first and second now with 1 away.
He's going to be pretty upset with himself about that 3-2 pitch. All you want to do in that count is make a competitive pitch, but that one wasn't even sniffing the zone, and he let him get away.
Edgar Gonzalez comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Ready with the 0-1. And this is on the ground is short. Could be two. The second for one. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw.
The batter, number 6.
Digging in to try it again, Sergio Valdez. And they're runners at the corners now. 1-0 the count. Now the 1-0. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Runners on first and third, 2 away. Called strike, and he's behind 1-2.
Hey, that's a great job by the pitcher right there, stealing a strike with that get-me-over breaking ball, and now he can get a little nastier with it in the dirt.
Inside and a hair low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I'm seeing all the signs of fatigue right now. This is when you really have to bear down mentally as a pitcher.
Full count, 3-2. The 3-2 pitch is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. Leading off the inning, Robert Rodriguez, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Robert Rodriguez.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Dribbled down the third baseline. And he's retired here, 1 away.
Now batting, left fielder, Mitchell Buckley.
Ready for another shot now. Mitchell Buckley, a hit in 2 tries so far. Here's the first pitch to him. Popped him up. Kaufman in foul ground. 2 gone.
Now batting, second baseman, Brooks.
Riding in once again, Brooks Christian. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Soft liner towards center, and that'll get down for a 2-out single. Didn't waste any time, like the first pitch he saw, to keep the inning going.
The batter.
Hey, Dan, obviously good game plan by the offensive team. Bunch of knocks, but they can't seem to get any runs going.
Boy, I'd say as a pitcher, Dero, you're always trying to minimize the damage. Lots of traffic, but so far, very little to show for. You wonder how much longer he can keep this up.
Standing in now, Eric Cordero. And he's first pitch swinging here as he lines this one into left field for a base hit.
Hey, after back-to-back 2-out hits right now, this pitcher thought he was going to cruise through this inning, and now he's got traffic, and he's in jeopardy with a ball in the gap or a ball missed over the heart of the plate, a crooked number going on the board.
In now, Manny Moreno. Popped up. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. Back here on MLB Network. Before we start the 7th, let's pause to take a quick look at how we got here. It's our game summary through the first 6 innings of play. Standing in, Kenny Kaufman. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Oh, and look out as this runs in and gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one.
Well, the pitcher can claim that that one slipped all he wants, but that looked intentional to me. He goes with the heater up and in and absolutely drills him. That's dangerous, and I'm surprised that the ump appears to be letting it go. This is a tough spot here to turn 2 off this guy at the plate. One of the things you really have to make sure defensively to make sure you get at least 1 out. Don't try to turn that double play. If you get the sure out at second, take that. You can get it at first. Well, that's just an added bonus. But make sure you at least get 1 out in a spot like this.
Now batting,
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Casey Crozier. He flew out in his last at-bat. There he goes, down the third baseline. And they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw. Ready once again, Alfonso de los Santos hit the other way out toward right field. Goodwin has a beat on it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. And he'll take those extra 90 feet, so put runners at the corners now with 2 gone in the inning.
Now batting.
Tyler White will bat next. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. 1 ball, no strikes the count. Now the 1-0. And look out! That's the 3rd batter hit by a pitch, and this could become a big problem.
Yeah, I can hear the crowd murmuring now, wondering if he hit him on purpose. But hey, us pitchers need to be able to throw inside, especially when facing hitters as dangerous as he is. Pretty sure this one just got away from him, and hey, that's part of the game.
It's been a 2-for-4 effort for him so far in the ballgame. Now it's 2-0.
Putting himself in a pretty bad situation now on 2-0, and the base is loaded. He basically doesn't have much of an option but to challenge him right here.
Swing and a line drive, but a foul ball.
If I'm on the mound and a guy gets a hack off on me like that and crushes a breaking ball down the line,
Well, the first baseman is under it to make the play, and that retires the side. So the error winds up not costing him as they leave the bases loaded. We'll move on now to the bottom half of the 7th. Get up and stretch. The Hooks are out in front here, 6-1. Leading off the inning, Victor Velez, and they'll need him to get something going here.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
And there's 1 away.
Now batting. Right fielder. Wilson Goodwin.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Wilson Goodwin. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Smoke toward the hole, and that is going to sneak on through into right. It's a 1-out single.
he wasn't letting that one go. Jumped on the first pitch right there and drove it into the outfield for a base hit.
YRS.
Stepping in now, Ross Byers, as he lifts it in the air to right field. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in.
Well, they've been struggling at the dish all game long, so stringing 2 hits back-to-back, one of them for extras, is a sign that they've got some life in them. We'll see if they can cash in here.
Into the box now, Richie Denson, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Here's the 0-1 pitch. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
Whoa, he looks a little frustrated out there, and I don't blame him. He gives up a couple of hits early in the inning, and then he plunks this guy. He's fighting himself a little bit, so they might want to head out to the mound and try to calm him down.
Now time called here as the manager pops out of the first base dugout. And we're going to have a pitching change, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. So we'll leave here with 1 out in the 7th as he now hopes the bullpen can go ahead and get him the W. Nino Cervantes was called upon to pitch, really needing that double play ball. Bases are loaded here with only 1 man out. Robert Rodriguez will be the first to meet him here, and he'll do so in an enviable situation indeed. Bases loaded and only 1 out now. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A swing and a miss at a ball down. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. On the ground to second base. This could be two. Bare-handed for one. On the first. And talk about doing the job out of the bullpen. One batter, 2 outs, and the inning is over. Just what the doctor ordered. He gets the double play to get him out of the inning. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. And here's the big left-handed bat of A.J. Reed. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Not close. It's 2-0.
You know, sometimes it takes a pitcher a few pitches to get going, but those 2 pitches weren't even close. Ball's behind at a count 2-0. It's time to start getting locked in.
The 3-0. And a good take there will net him a base runner as it's ball 4 now to start the 8th inning. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Edgar Gonzalez. And after that quick walk, is it fair to wonder if this starter is beginning to show signs of getting tired?
Yeah, that could be the case, Matty. Sometimes you just lose your focus, lose your command, but it'll be real important for him to get it back as this next hitter walks up to the plate.
Hey, that's a well-executed fastball right there at the bottom of the zone. If he stays there all day, it's going to make for a long day for the offense. Unless they're willing to bend their legs and get down and create some different launch angle, he's on point.
And he'll pull into second here with nobody out. Digging in the switch hitter, Sergio Valdez. He's 1 for 4 for the game. No balls and 1 strike. From the belt, kicks and deals. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Takes a pitch for strike number 2.
Yeah, right there, it's tough to be able to dive out over the plate. I know it's a pitch people think you can get to, but after you're pounded in twice, that ball looks like a foot outside.
Grounded to short. To his left, Cordero. And the runner from third crosses the plate. It's now 7-1.
What are you doing?
Coming to the plate now, Kenny Kaufman. He was drilled by a pitch his last time up. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1. Now the 0-1. Up around the face. Gonzalez at second. Valdez at first with no outs. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1.
A lot of times you see guys get too aggressive and try to do too much at the plate with guys on, but right here he's doing a great job of waiting on the right pitch. Got himself ahead in the count now.
Gonna be a tough play. And he indeed takes only the out at first as the runners move to second and third with 1 away now. Stepping up to the plate, Andrew Douglas. First pitch coming. Here it is. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. The 1-0. Turned on down the line. Boy, and call off the dogs already as this is down for extra bases. Oh, and he can't reel it in out there. And the run is in to score from second. It's a 9-1 ball game. And they are going to let him come all the way around to score. And that is pure charity right there. Now at the plate, Casey Crozier, and the starter remains out there despite just allowing the long ball. We thought maybe they'd go and get him, but no indication of that yet.
Yeah, to me that home run was a sign that he's starting to get a little bit tired out there. It was a good pitch to hit, and it's typically the command that starts slipping when you're fatiguing a little bit. So I can't see him being out there much longer.
Goodwin is there, and he'll bring this one in. Stepping into the box, Alfonso de los Santos. First offering on its way. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. This one's down to third. On to first, and it's in time as they're finally able to retire him. So it's 4 runs on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors and no one left. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. The Hooks lead it 10-1. Now at the plate, Mitchell Buckley. His last at bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball. And now a left-hander will start to get ready in the bullpen. Slapped hard the opposite way. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit.
Take a look at this again in slow motion. He tracks this thing all the way, gets his hands quickly through the zone, and just rips it down the left field line, just how they draw it up.
Standing in now, Brooks Christian, and he's a bit tardy there on the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. From the stretch. And this is chopped foul at the plate. He's in the hole now, down 0-2. A swing and a miss on a ball way out of the zone, and there's one away.
That's not an at-bat he or his hitting coach are going to be happy with at all. It's bad enough to go down on 3 pitches, but none of them were even in the strike zone. That's a bad look.
Into the box, Eric Cordero, as he'll swing and pop it up toward the left side of the infield. Oh, he snares it.
Off the bat, that had soft base hit written all over it, but a nice snag there by the infielder on that soft liner that could have been a potential base hit.
Here comes the first pitch. And that one stayed too low, apparently. Here's the 1-0. And, oh, looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1.
You know, they finally get the leadoff runner on. It would be sad to watch him waste this opportunity. Somebody's got to come through with a base hit.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Line toward the alley in left center. In there, a base hit.
I appreciate the moxie right there, but 3 fastballs at this level usually turns into a knock.
Victor Valera.
In now, Victor Velez, as he rips it on the ground to second. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. This one pretty well in the bag. 9th inning coming up. The Hooks are out in front here, 10-1. Tyler White will bat next. He's 2 for 3 thus far. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. Wind up and the 0-1. Ball 1. The 1-1. Oh, and this one ran in and got him, and that's twice now he's been hit in this one. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Ellis Keenan. A fastball that just misses inside. White on at first, nobody out. Now a good pitch on the inside part of the plate ties him up, and it's 1-1. That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1.
I think if he executes that pitch on the corner instead of off of it, he probably gets some pretty weak contact, if anything. He jammed him pretty hard on the previous pitch, so my bet was he was going to try to cheat on the inside part, thinking it might be coming again.
Chopped weakly to the left. And indeed, no look at second. He'll go straight to first and take the sure out.
Now batting, designated hitter, A.J. Reed.
To the plate now is the designated hitter, A.J. Reed. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. 1 out and a runner on second base. Breaking pitch, and this bounces in front of the catcher. Edgar Gonzalez is on deck. And he takes ball 4 again, and they clearly just don't want any part of him in this one.
The catcher, number 13.
Digging in and looking for more, Edgar Gonzalez. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A fastball right down the middle for a strike. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Oh, and this one ran in and got it. And that's twice now he's been hit in this one.
These guys are pros and they're tough, but I know that one hurt. He'll never show it, though. Too much pride at stake.
Now to the plate, Sergio Valdez. And a ball 1-0. Bases are loaded with only 1 out. There's a strike.
Down 1-1.
Frankie Montes comes in unexpectedly from the pen in relief of his injured teammate.
Number 47, Frankie.
Now the 1-1 pitch is a fastball that misses.
It's moments like this as a pitcher when you feel the whole world is against you. You're already in hot water with the bases loaded, so it doesn't make life any easier when you're not getting calls that you think you should.
Bases are loaded here, 1 man out. Now here's a ball hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Gone! It's a grand slam.
Dang.
So he promptly unloads the bases with that one as they just continue to pour it on here. So that was the 3rd home run for these guys today.
You know, D-Row, looks like the boys are dialing long distance from the batter's box so far.
Yeah, the pitchers aren't fooling anyone today, Dan. Let's see if this trend continues.
Kenny Kaufman comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0 home. A bouncer up the middle. And that gets through for a 1-out base hit.
Now batting.
Ready now, Andrew Douglas. He went deep earlier, and he's 2 for 4 to this point. Ball 1. 4 runs here in this half inning. 2 balls and no strikes. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order. Now at the plate, Casey Crozier. His line not pretty. 0 for 6 in the game. No balls and a strike to count. Kaufman over at second. Douglas is over at first with 1 away. Line toward the alley in left center. That's in there. Base hit. And this will find the wall out near the visitors' bullpen. And the second run will score as well.
Boy, that's one of the beauties of speed. That trail runner right there, D-Roll. He's just too fast. They try to make a play at the plate, but they had no chance to get him because of his wheels.
Yeah, you got to put that one in your pocket right there and stop the hitter from advancing to second base and getting in scoring position. There was no chance at the plate.
Well, this inning pretty much has been one to forget for him, but he's still out there, and it's only going to get worse if he dwells on it and lets the frustration take over. Easier said than done, though.
Catch is made deep in the alley, and here comes the runner from third. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead.
That was a good, controlled swing out of him there, and that's exactly what he was hoping to do. Get it into the outfield and pick up the RBI.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. 7 runs have crossed the plate in the inning. Tap down the line. That goes foul. 2 strikes on him now. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
On 0-2, you'll sometimes get a guy to chase a fastball out of the zone away or up.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. But a big inning here as 7 runs cross the plate, and this lead grows even wider. One more shot coming up will go to the bottom of the 9th. The Hooks lead it 17-1. Stepping up now, Wilson Goodwin. Due up are the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, and they're hoping that this is the part of the lineup that can get something going.
Yeah, only 1 run on the board so far for them. They just haven't had consistently good at bats.
First pitch of the at-bat. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike.
Not a bad idea right there. Make this guy work and see if he can throw the ball over the plate. Throws the first pitch for a strike. They need to get some runners on base, and not a bad plan. Unfortunately, the pitcher came in with a strike on the first pitch.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game.
This is what a power pitcher will do to you if he executes his pitches. That was a 3-pitch strikeout, and with the kind of stuff that he has, it's not uncommon for him to absolutely dominate certain guys.
Into the box now, Ross fires, and he puts it on the ground to second. On to first, and they're an out away. 2 gone here in the 9th. Striding forward now is the DH, Richie Denson. He's got to be looking for vengeance after getting flunked in his last at-bat. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes.
Hey, you can tell by the look on that manager's face, he's obviously frustrated right now. But it's a long season. You're going to have a lot of ebbs and flows with your offense. Does he take a step back and
Crozier is there, makes the catch, and the ball game is over.
Yeah, that's an unbelievable job out of the bullpen. An 8-out save, you don't see that very often anymore.
17-1 the final today. The Corpus Christi Hooks led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Willie Perez takes home the win. Geraldo Rincon takes the loss after an effort he'd like to forget for the rest of his life. So that's a wrap for us here this afternoon. For Mark, Dan, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network.
Thanks for joining us this afternoon.
Oh my goodness, guys. And today wasn't so good for the Rockhounds. 17 runs batted in. Over 1. So anyway, Corpus Christi takes a win. Final for today is 17-1. And most likely, this will just about do it. The Rockhounds got clobbered. Well, this will just about do it. Star Wars Battlefront is next. Alright. Don't forget that Game 2 of this 3-game set will continue tomorrow. And then we'll see you later. On Battlefront coming up next and stuff.